is entirely in you.
Definitely.
In you and your name. That's what people don't give a fuck about those 3 letters.
At all.
At all. They just know Terence Crawford's the best. And who he's fighting, who cares? Like, whatever it is, that's the big fight. It doesn't WBO, WBC, no, IBF. Nobody gives a fuck.
Understand why we become champion had to pay for a belt. Keep that shit.
Yeah. As long as they paid for the sanctioning bodies. But Crawford left out one, and that was the WBC. So, by default, on paper, he's not undisputed.
Joe Rogan just threw gasoline.
Joe Rogan just added fuel to the fire. In one of the most outspoken opinions in months, he criticized the WBC after they stripped Terence "Bud" Crawford of his super middleweight world title and took away his boxing license. And really, it's hard to blame him. This isn't just about a belt being taken. It's a clash between a historic fighter and an organization acting like it controls that history.
Those don't mean nothing. We paying for the belts.
How much do you have to pay?
We gotta pay like, what, 3%?
3%?
2%, 3%. Like,
that's crazy.
Definitely.
That's
it's
so
like,
crazy.
It's like I'm paying you to make me a belt.
Rogan didn't hold back. He spoke what millions of fans have quietly thought for years, that boxing has become a pay-to-play sport where even the best fighters have to pay just to be called champions. Crawford finally stood up and said enough. Now the story has spread beyond boxing. From Keshan Davis defending Crawford like family to Teofimo Lopez responding, and even the legendary Jimmy Lennon Jr. quietly admitting the sport's harsh reality. Everyone is talking, but Joe Rogan made the biggest impact. Not because he's a boxing insider, but because he said what the world has been thinking. So let's look at exactly what happened.
Percent to each individual section?
Yeah. Wow. Some of them is different. Some of them is 3, some of them 2. You know, so it's like, I'm paying for you to come out here and watch me fight to give me a belt that, you know what I mean, I'm already paying for.
Rogan's rant went viral and highlighted what this mess could mean for boxing's future. It began quietly but quickly grabbed attention. On December 3rd, the WBC officially stripped Terence Crawford of his super middleweight title, saying he hadn't paid sanctioning fees for his last 2 fights, his big win over Canelo Alvarez and his earlier match with Israel Madrimov. That alone caused controversy, but there's more. Crawford reportedly earned $50 million for the Canelo fight, a number that shocked the entire industry.
5% of his fees to go there. So Crawford made in the ballpark of $50 million. The WBC assessed $300,000 sanction fee, with $225,000 going to the fund and $75,000 going to the WBC.
Even after giving the WBC a historic fight that made them look great, Crawford was accused of not paying what they called his dues. Just like that, the organization took action. His title was stripped and his boxing license revoked.
I never understand why we become champion had to pay for a belt. Keep that shit.
Yeah.
Keep it. I'm not gonna work 14, 15 years for me to pay for something I worked for. When I went to the Olympics, did I pay for that damn?
Enter Keshan Davis, one of boxing's fastest rising stars, who isn't afraid to speak his mind. In a fiery interview, Davis said what many fighters have felt, but never said out loud. I never understood why we have to pay for a belt. I worked my whole life for this. Why should I pay for something I already earned? When I went to the Olympics, did I pay for that medal? No. So keep the belt. You're not taking my money.
No. If I walk into this arena without this belt, is these people still gonna show up? Yes. So keep the belt. You're not gonna take my money.
That quote went viral across every boxing page within hours. Davis stood firm, saying he had told the WBO the same thing: paying for belts is outdated, unfair, and completely insulting. To him, belts are symbols, not paychecks. No fighter should have to buy recognition for what they already fought and bled for.
I agree with Terence, you know what I'm saying? But I just don't agree with paying for belts. That's why, for all the sanctioning bodies, you know what I'm saying? And I told this to the one that I was under, the WBO. I told him to, I said, I don't really believe in that. And he explained why. And I was like, okay, but I still don't agree with it. You know what I mean? So like, I'm always gonna be like for not paying for belts. What the fuck?
Fans loved it. It wasn't just support for Crawford. It was a message from a new generation fed up with the old rules. Just as the conversation reached its peak, Joe Rogan jumped in. On his podcast, he leaned in, speaking with that mix of disbelief and anger he's known for. He said it straight. Why are fighters paying hundreds of thousands for a belt they already earned? It's like being taxed for winning. Fans don't care about logos, they care about the fight. The WBC looks greedy, not impressive. That take exploded across social media.
It was entirely in you.
Definitely.
In you and your name. That's people don't give a fuck about those 3 letters.
At all.
At all. They just know Terence Crawford's the best. And who he's fighting, who cares? Like, whatever it is, that's the big fight. It doesn't WBO, WBC, IBF. Nobody gives a fuck.
Rogan's words hit hard because he wasn't part of the system. He wasn't defending boxing's business side. He was defending the spirit of competition. He said what promoters wouldn't, what networks couldn't, and what fighters were too afraid to. He called out boxing's sanctioning system as an outdated machine feeding on the athletes who make the sport succeed.
He's gamed the system.
Yeah.
You know, because the system is you get to a certain point in time, you're a champion, you make as much money as you possibly can, you retire, and then there's no more money. Now with what's going on like Saudi Arabia, United Arab Emirates, like you can get paid insane amounts of money. Like people just want to see you perform.
The fact is he challenged the system. You reach a point you become a champion, earn as much as you can, and then it ends. Now with places like Saudi Arabia and the United Arab Emirates, fighters can earn huge amounts just for performing. People simply want to watch them in action.
Canelo and Crawford was indeed for the undisputed. However, it was indeed, now hear me out, Punch, this was indeed accurate as long as they paid for the sanctioning bodies. But Crawford left out one, and that was the WBC. So, by default, on paper, he's not undisputed.
Rogan compared it to a restaurant charging a chef to serve his own food, and he wasn't wrong. Fans took to Twitter, Reddit, and YouTube agreeing that Crawford hadn't disrespected boxing, he had just called its bluff. But not everyone agreed. Then Teofimo Lopez stepped in with a very different opinion.
What the hell is going on? I gotta pull over for this one. What the hell is going on? We talking about anybody that bring up Terence Crawford name? You already know I'm listening, right? Yeah, somebody said that. Can Terence Crawford beat everybody on Floyd Mayweather's resume?
For Lopez, it was simple. Rules are rules. He said Canelo and Crawford fought for the undisputed title, but Crawford didn't pay the WBC, so on paper, he wasn't undisputed. Lopez pointed out he paid for his sanctioning belt, and if they could do it to him, they could do it to Crawford. His message was clear: if you want the belt, you follow the rules, even if they're unfair. To Lopez, Crawford wasn't a hero. He was a rebel breaking the system every fighter before him had followed. Fans didn't agree. Comments under Lopez's post were full of backlash. The rules are broken, you're defending corruption. This isn't about respect, it's about money. That's where Rogan's anger hit hardest, exposing a long hidden double standard in boxing. While Rogan and Lopez argued from the sidelines, another legend decided to step in.
Are you kidding me? Are you freaking kidding me? Terence Crawford smashed everybody that Floyd ever fought. Yup, Manfredi, done. Fried. Crawford would have beat him, dominated him, knocked him the hell out. Crawford hit harder than Floyd. Crawford hits harder than Floyd. You understand that? Killer instinct is on 10. Oh, man, come on, man. Crawford can do everything Floyd can do, and he can do it from both sides.
Timothy Desert Storm Bradley's video rant went viral not for politics, but for passion. He didn't focus on fees or rules, he focused on greatness. Bradley said anybody claiming Crawford couldn't beat Floyd's fighters is wrong. Crawford would have beaten everyone on Floyd's resume, harder hitter, more versatile, and with a killer instinct at full power. He went further, calling out Floyd Mayweather himself, saying, "Floyd, if you're the best, ever step in the ring with Crawford, and let's see what happens."
I think, like Mauricio, I'm going to take a high road, but I will say it's unfortunate for the sport of boxing. I think talking about money too much, and it is not the high road. And so we've seen some kind of ugly and not so pretty things, exchanges happen here. And so it's unfortunate, but it is.
That clip sent fans into a frenzy. Bradley wasn't just defending Crawford, he was shaping his legacy live. He made it clear that whether the title was stripped or not, Crawford's place in history is already secure. Then came one of boxing's calmest, most respected voices, Jimmy Lennon Jr. Unlike others, Lennon didn't take sides, but what he said carried a lot of weight.
There are some things behind the scenes that I have heard about that aren't necessarily public yet, which makes this an impasse. So I think both have their reasons, but I would hope that this would be out of. I don't like it being as a part of the news. There's some ugliness about it, and that's unfortunate. At the same time, this has been happening in boxing for a long, long time.
It's unfortunate for the sport. We're seeing some messy conflicts, but this isn't new. One fighter refusing to pay sanctioning fees raises serious questions about the role of these organizations. In other words, this goes beyond Crawford. It's a cycle that has repeated for generations. Fighters rise, organizations profit, and when one pushes back, they get punished. Lennon's tone was calm, but his message was powerful.
Me, I'm paying you, so
Right.
the only one that really matters is the ring belt because it's free. It's free. Like, why do I gotta pay to be champion?
Yeah.
Once you start thinking about that, like, dang,
Yeah.
I'm paying all this money.
And the Ring Magazine belt is as
Boxing's power structure has always been fragile, and Crawford's defiance exposed it for everyone to see. Rogan's rant wasn't just about Crawford, it was about every fighter who's ever had to pay for recognition. He said the WBC and similar organizations have made boxing a business first, sport second. Fans agreed immediately, because this is about respect, not money. Crawford earned his title in the ring, not in an office, yet a few signatures and unpaid fees erased it on paper. It made everyone wonder if greatness can be taken away over a bill. What's the point of fighting for it? Rogan's anger, Keshan's defiance, Bradley's loyalty, all show the same truth. The system isn't just outdated, it's broken. Crawford may be outside the WBC's favor with no belt and no license, but he has never looked stronger because what began as controversy has grown into a movement.
Crawford got more skills than Floyd. Yeah, he would have beat everybody ass. Everybody. Zeb Judah too, that's my guy. Crawford would have got your ass too. Yup, that's my guy.
For the latest updates on boxing news, highlights, events, and action, subscribe to Knockout Updates and turn on notifications so you never miss out on great content. Check out our other videos, and until next time, peace out.